What is a cycling culture? A cyclist is anybody that gets on a bicycle. It's not the guy with the lycra suit on and the cycling pants. It's the kid on the corner. It's the guy riding to work in the morning. It's the people who are just getting on a bike for the first time in 30 years. That's a cyclist. Everybody who gets on a bike is a cyclist. The coalition is focused on bicycle safety. We started up in about 2012, and what we found is that nobody wanted to talk about bike safety. Bike safety is pretty boring, it's not sexy. I stumbled upon a bicycle cooperative while visiting Phoenix and learned a ton and came back and said a bicycle cooperative will help us engage the community, and this is the fruit of our labor so far.
It's about fixing up bikes for getting kids riding again, getting adults riding again, and helping people learn how to fix their own bikes.
We get bikes in from the community at large. Some of them are like brand new. Rather than those bikes going to the garbage, we take those bikes in and we clean them up.
A lot of bikes that have been donated here are in different levels of neglect. They've been outdoors or they've been ridden really heavily, and a lot of bikes that are a little too far gone to be fully repaired and that we end up having to scrap for parts that then get donated to bring other bikes back to life.
We're keeping the bikes out of the landfill. We're keeping the rubber out of the landfill. We do have 3 low to moderate income housing developments within walking distance. We get a lot of the children from that area just walking through here on a regular basis that stop in. We typically have some that are ready to go, but then we have other ones that we let the children actually work on the bike, gain a little ownership on it, teach them how to work with tools, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, and it just evolves from there.
Kids really seem to respond to being able to fix something that they didn't know they would be able to. Kids are excited to do things like pump up their own tires, and you do get to see people growing in their knowledge and in their capability.
Cycling is a sport for everybody, right? It's supposed to be an accessible and enjoyable pursuit in any level that you want to tackle it at, and we're here to try to encourage that.
With the adults, we don't give bikes away. We expect you to either volunteer or make a donation for the bike. If you don't have any money, we'll work with you. You don't have to have any experience to be a volunteer here. We will train you on everything.
It's within the limits of their skills and their comfort, but if someone's willing to learn, we're always willing to teach.
Almost all of what we do here is teaching people how to do the type of repairs on bikes that our volunteers do. We don't necessarily fix someone's bike that they bring in, we show them how to fix it themselves.
Biking for a lot of people is just a toy, but for a lot of other people it's transportation, it's mobility. Having the know-how to fix that bike means that much more reassurance.
This park was in dire straits when we moved in. You couldn't see this building, it was so overgrown. This building was actually scheduled to be demolished, but we were able to save the building and put the funds that were going to be used to tear something down to build a pump track. Pump track is basically teaches children how to ride off street, and teaching you more advanced skills is basically what it's used for.
It's all freedom, ultimately, to be able to get on a bike and ride it. And it's the first element of freedom that a lot of people know too when they're 5 or 6 and they learn how to ride that bike and get around. So we're trying to get back to that, you know?
We can't do this on our own. Thankfully, we have a good supporting group of partners such as Pennsylvania Environmental Council, Scranton Area Foundation, Lackawanna Heritage Valley Authority, Valley in Motion, Neighborhood Works. I can go on and on. Getting the award is huge, but I have to say the real big thank you that I get here is every time I watch one of these kids walk away with a bicycle. That's the part that keeps me coming back every week. It is watching these kids light up when they see a bike, and then watching them go for the ride and come back and the big smile. That's the thank you that I'm looking for.